Hi everyone, just coming on here to talk about the emotional intimacy of breathing, or how we can access, experience intimacy with our emotions through our own breathing. Our breathing is a free tool. It is free medicine. It is free therapy. It is, as I describe it in my website, it is our lifeline to intimacy. And just a little side note, when we're consciously breathing, it's more than just learning some techniques or being aware of our breathing or adjusting how we're breathing through the nose, through the mouth, how long, how short. It can go so much deeper than that. You can really refine your breath to help you. And in this video especially, I will talk about how we can use our breath to access and release emotional energy. When I say emotional energy, I mean instead of the label that we connect to a certain feeling, it's really seeing it as energy. Our breath is energy, comes in, fills up our body, fills up our lungs, circulatory system, and releases. This energy comes in and it releases. Just like our emotions, like a wave, washes into the shore and goes back out to sea. And the reason why I'm making this video is because the past few days I have experienced shallow breathing. And when I say shallow breathing, a bit like the sea, the waves and the tide, couldn't go so deep with my breath. And I was taught in a training once that if our breathing is felt more in our chest, then we have feelings to be released. And if our breath is more in the belly, then we have needs that need to be met. So I was thinking about this. Okay, my breathing is really in my chest. It feels present in my chest. When the breath comes into my body and out of my body, it's almost like my chest is holding that space and that energy. It's not really traveling down into my lower belly. And so I was thinking about this, and I took a bath a couple of days ago at a friend's place, and feeling the energy of emotion from the past few days, being in the water, and I just placed a hand on my chest and really welcomed the feeling, really welcomed that energy like a child. And I often think of life in symbols and analogies, and for me in that moment it was like the emotion that I was feeling, it hadn't been released yet in the form of crying. I felt like I needed to cry, but it was just sitting there. It wasn't quite ready to be released. And in that moment I felt like my tears, my emotions were like a small child in school, you know, and my breath, my loving sacred breath was like a teacher holding out a hand saying, "You're welcome, come into class, you're welcome." And yeah, with the warmth of the water, my breathing, my touch, my awareness, I was able to bring that emotional energy up and release it. It was able to be released. And for me, that is one of the beautiful parts of doing conscious breathing. It's how can I create breathing space? I like to think of like a bubble. How can I create breathing space for all that's inside me? The small things, the small big feelings, I like to say. The small big feelings. How can we create breathing space for those small big feelings to be there? Those voices, those thoughts, those beliefs. So, if you are a deeply feeling person like myself, first try and feel where the energy is in your body. Maybe it's in your face, maybe it's in your jaw, maybe it's on your shoulders. Placing a hand there or hands. And just breathing into that space. Nothing else. Nothing else. And assume you are doing it correctly. Just breathing into that space. Letting the emotional energy come out and be released. I hope that makes sense. I love breathing in this way because it feels like the breath is breathing me. It's not this active breath. It's not even mental. I'm not even really consciously changing the way I'm breathing. I'm just breathing towards a feeling. I'm really welcoming it, like a welcoming hand. Come here. You're welcome. You're welcome. Breathe with me. Thank you.